Yay! Are we live? Hi. Let's see how this works this time. Can you hear me, Melissa? I'm gonna be out there. Hello, hello. Is there anybody? Okay, so hi. My name's Sarah. This is the first time I'm doing a live with the chat and any of this stuff, so I have no clue how to do it. So bear with me. So again, my name's Sarah, and metaphysical mama, and I'm just gonna talk a little. I'm just gonna let it go. And hi, Melissa. Can you hear me? Hopefully so. I'm just gonna let it go as I let it flow. So I happen to open my book here that I have. It's a ancient Egypt encyclopedia book. And I felt this energy today, but it says emerging from chaos. And so I feel like oh good, yay! It's been quite chaotic, right, for the last few years. Well, I guess our whole lives, but these last 3 years have definitely been, roller coaster rides. And so I feel like we're coming through all those mucky waters, and we are swimming up into the surface. And the lotus flower represents rising up from dark, mucky waters. And it grows out of the dark waters, and it has the attachments that are to it. The flower itself rises above the attachments. So it represents us rising above our material wants and needs. Because wanting is rather way different than needing. It's a definite challenge learning to recognize, like I was just referring in the last video I just did, I don't know what I named it, but the last one I just did, the first, right? I was referring to acknowledging when we have an energy arise within the physical body, because words trigger us, whether they're in our own mind or someone can say something to us and we explode. Metaphysics is metaphors. So being able to express what it feels like, the different things that can go through our mind, and what that can feel like, applying it to the world around us, and then it's the micro, the universe is inside of us, so within, so without. So how we behave as a response trigger to the other elements of our creation that we're made of. My elemental compartmentalization of my elements that make up my bodies, right, are offering figures. Well, I'll be needing to set up PayPal and stuff so I can get sufficient equipment, I suppose, or donations. If you can hear me. Anyhow, can you hear me? Buffering, she says. No one's perfect. Better? Good. Anyhow, I lost where I was. Knocked right off my wave. I don't know. Anyhow, we could find another. So, Um, sorry. Anyhow, so being consciously aware, I'm gonna just start on a new wave. Being more consciously aware of our thoughts, the way we feel when someone says something, and then what we can cast out energetically with, right, a retaliation of a thought or a feeling. Because if we have a negative thought and a feeling attached to something that someone else said or did, then we're keeping the lines of chaos going. We're sending out negative vibrations, which others that love that shit pick up on, and they're like the little collectors, like with like cotton candy. You ever see a cotton candy stick at like the amusement park? How I think of it. They're like all our fear and all of our negative thinking and reactive, charged feelings and thoughts that we send out, cast out, and are just vibrating at. We're just sending it out. And then we're tired. Then we have to go work still, make dinner, whatever else, right? Make money, use more energy so we can get money, currency, and waste a lot of time running around the clock that somebody else is benefiting from way more than us, because we just become sick and tired. And a lot of the time, we don't recognize that we're harming people we love, and that our life and any goal or dream or excuse me, visions or anything like that that we've had, totally, gets put on the wayside, or we say one day, or someone that loves us will say, can we do something, or can we have, right, a nice dinner, or, right, just take time to take a walk, or just whatever, how much do we not have time for? Because we're so busy running around, aimlessly, wasting, shooting, right, shooting our energy all over the place. And then, again, the collectors come, old men in their little sticks, right, Rumpelstiltskins, all the gamblers, and collect all our energy and then put it in telephone lines, or electricity lines, sorry, both, the lines, the pipelines, right? We're clearing all of our meridian lines, all of our pipelines, all, think again, everything metaphorically. So within, I want to clear all the pipelines, all the blood flow in my body, all the energetic meridians, all my chakras. I want to clear my mind so it's calm. I want to send energy through all pipelines, the electrical lines, all magnetic frequency fuckers, right to Saturn. And just to say hi. And then, yeah. Because it's not, when we start tugging, we all do this though. See, I can, right? Because is it Saturn's fault? Right? Saturn represents time, boundaries, structure, rules, laws, right? Santa Claus, boundaries, If you're good, that's the only thing, right? And again, that's duality. You know, Saturn's not all bad. But, however, so clearing the fear. Exactly. Exactly, Miss Melissa. Because anyone that we claim or judge as bad or anything, sorry, anything that we use the words bad or wrong or we're pointing out, we're judging, and it's because of fear. It is a fear, and most people are like, "I'm not afraid." And it's not like, again, there's right a whole spectrum of what's the right word I want to look for, right? It's like turning up a knob, right, to a higher, from light to it can get real heavy, and and that's with anything. I'm looking at the eye, right? It could be any dial, right? It's from low frequency to high, or light to heavy, to loud. So the point is to learn how to, best of our ability, balance as we're swimming through all the murky waters, right? And we're cleansing ourselves from the inside out because everything's water. So we can keep picturing the energy that we're recognizing as we go, we become more alert and aware and conscious of our own, right, response, reaction, what charges us, and again, I said this in the last video too, when we feel a charge of some sort, when we feel an uncomfortable feeling arising within our physical vessel, our body, right? It's like, it could come up like a volcano. It can feel like lightning storm. We can get anxiety is, in this area, so it's more, right, like earthquakey, shaking. So different relations, things we can relate things to. How do you feel, right? So many things get twisted out of context because people take words so literally and want to pinpoint what they mean, and define them, put them in a box. And every word has a minimum of 4 meanings. So, right, metaphor. And mean minimum. And then making a sentence. Say I create a 5-word sentence. And I know Melissa's on here. I think we've used this example a few times together. And so if I have a 5-word sentence, each word has a minimum of 4 different meanings. How confused is our languages? And then if I say to one person, they may perceive one way due to how they've perceived that word, define that word, right? So, and their life experience. So all of us have a different reaction or perception of everything, how we see, what we feel, what it makes us think of. Right? I could say the word Christmas, that may offend some because due to religious beliefs, that may make some really happy and excited. That may make some very sad because they had a sad experience, maybe they lost someone, right around holidays, very close to them. So then, excuse me, holidays won't bring, sometimes they bring a sad or negative feeling, so people will, right, withdraw and avoid. And that's a good word to dig into, right? Exactly, Melissa, getting to the root, the heart of the matter. Right in there. You gotta dig deep. And you can't go halfway. If you got, which I'm so grateful I have all my teeth because my other half just lost one. That stuff makes me like, huh. But right, a tooth in your mouth, the roots, right, just like our roots or the tree's roots go all the way down and they go into our nerves, into our lymph nodes. If you have an infection and you have to have a tooth removed, then, and yeah, teeth are sure alive. Yeah, we're gonna have to do, Melissa, we gotta do a whole nother video on the tooth and the gin and the roots of the trees and the birds and the bees, right? Anyhow, let me not get off subject. Well, me and Melissa can go. I love you, Melissa, so much. Anyhow, right? We do it all. Fun, crazy, mad, happy, insane, every emotion I've gone through with Agra and every dimension. I think, well, probably not yet. We're still going, so keep swimming. Anyway, back to the teeth. So, right, and not afraid to feel, not afraid to be wrong, not afraid to be right. Now, if we're right, though, right doesn't have to be, I'm right and I know. It's just, it's good to have awareness, but truth isn't solid, and neither are we. So, and nor should you be. Or me, yeah, never fear, right? We all have been made to fear that ourselves, afraid to be ourselves. And it's okay, because we're learning to love ourselves a little bit more gently, right? Because, again, truth is not solid. We ourselves, because we can blame others for that too, right? We've been lied to, liars, they told us all these things and whatever. Because as we're all discovering self-recognition and self-awareness of self, we all thought we knew who we were before, right? We all thought, excuse me. I'm gonna actually just take 1 second to because I'm getting tickles in my throat. So I'm feeling like there's just a little attachment here on my channel. Some spine. So I don't like that shit. Shit. Anyhow, so we're gonna clear that energy real quick because we'll just send it love, yeah. We acknowledged it. The thing with that, we acknowledge it and then we allow that to go and we send it love and just and we do that. And however, when something creeps up, we feel like something's attached to us or something's watching us or just that awkward. Y'all know, yeah, what I'm talking about. So when we feel that, it's like, it's like, yeah, right. Anyway, it's like something creepy in the water, right? Like, ugh. So, yeah, and no blaming or judgment. It's just, ugh. So it's just like, ew, I feel you, and yeah, like, don't do that. Go that way. I'm just, yeah, shut up. Right? So it doesn't become, so when we get fear of those things too, because they can come in our dreams, they can come in our right, in the dark, in the light, in the shadows, in our minds. Those kind of thoughts and feelings can come from anywhere. Those creepy or yucky or feeling like we're being watched or something's attached to us or just something's not quite right? Like something's there. I don't know what it is, but it's something. So we don't have to name it or define it necessarily. It's just, but however, also, A lot of the time, just like for myself, I'm gonna just make a disclaimer that a lot of shit's gonna come spitting out of my mouth. So no political correctness. I just search the waves and the channels and the currents, and so right. If you become offended, take a look at yourself, because that means you still got some dirt in there to clean out. It's like that's a challenge. It's like, ooh, self-challenge. And sometimes, obviously, we're not comfortable because we're noticing something, right? And we want to be mad and blame somebody else for it because we're feeling it and we're like, why are they making us feel that way? Or why are they saying that? Or because it puts a picture in our head. It brings thought forms that remind us of something that maybe we either avoided or wanted to forget or pushed away, or right, multiple different 707. Straight to heaven. Sorry, I had to. Anyway. And it's 11/20/2018, which is 11/2, and 2018 equals also 11. So it's 11/11/11, because 1/1, Roman numeral 1/1, because 2 is 1, 2, 1, and 1/1, because 8, 9, 10, 11 for 2018. So lots of 11/11 for those twin flames, twins everywhere, twin. Everything's really, there's always, one always creates another. A second. And then also, that's solids. And then, but one, this is again another repeat from the other video, but I might probably say this often and repetitively because logic doesn't really allow us to think that. We want to say 1 + 1 equals 2. And it does, obviously. But, however, a cell or a baby or something of that nature, consciousness development, is created by 1, and then multiplies. So, on either side. So 1, becomes 3. And then those 3 become 9. So 2, 6, 9. I was saying in the other video too. I see in my head different, so it's so hard to translate the words and say this. All just break it all down into, because it's so much. So then that's why we all look like crazy, because the web is big. But dimensions are deep and there's many. Right? And understanding words down to their purest, simplest form too, and not just in the, like, most definitely not in the Merriam-Webster dictionary or that stuff, because when people try to challenge me on what a word means, first of all, what your challenge is, stop trying to be right. How annoying. And it's like, if you're not aware, or if I'm unaware of the version you're speaking of, don't chop my head off and attack me. Either share with me or don't say I'm wrong because I have a different view or a different. Hi, Gina. My girl. Because I have a different perception of you. I'm only responding or able to come from my own perception and self, right? So if I'm like I am now, I'm communicating with others, and 2 of my awesomest sisters, lovers are on here that I'm aware right now, so I can say, hi Melissa, hi Gina, and send them so much love, because we've all been through so much together. Oh, I love you guys. And that's personal I'm sending to, right? To those persons. 7-Eleven! Oh, I love you guys. Same as 9/11. 9/11 is a joke in your town, which is also 11. We just did 11, 11, 11. See, and now Gina's here too, which 1 equals 3. Trinity. Oh, I love you guys. Oh, that's so cute. I love you so much too. Keith. Anyhow, so cute. So, where was I? Right. So back up the back up the tube. I hope I find my place. Anyhow, yeah, the breakdown of words, understanding, right? Having communicating. So sending love to someone personally or a direct. I'm sending to Melissa and Gina right now. And then how many others will see this after that I can say I'm sending love to you too. And right now is my now moment. It says 11/20/2018 on my computer at 7:12 p.m. Eastern Time in Stamford, Connecticut, where I'm standing right now presently, supposedly, from what I've been told. Right? That's what it's called. But is it? Is that where I'm standing? What was it called before that? Who named it this now? And either way, that's the physical place I'm at. But also connected to so much more. And I can send that energy out without giving it a specific name or a title or a label. You know, I can acknowledge it if it comes to me as such, a word, right? Because that's how I can recognize it. But if I judge it or define it or cut it apart or push it away or pretend it doesn't exist because I only have one perception or two or and they may be not so nice, then my job is to learn why, to look at myself and wonder why I'm having the energetic charge and the response or the reaction that I'm having. Because I'm accountable for my thoughts and actions and reactions and non-reactions. Right, we all know that, right? Rush. If you choose not to decide, you still have made a choice, right? So that's free will. So then we can't blame anyone because we believe something or because we decided not to look further into it, or we just accepted someone else's definition of it, or, you know, because that's a lot of how, right, society works. Sounds like that makes sense. So we go off logic, or we see something. So then it's like, well, I've seen it, so I know, right? Or etc., 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 etc. Well, I'm going to call them excuses because they're excuses for us to not look at ourselves, to not take a look. And when we say look in the mirror, it doesn't mean go like look in the mirror and you know. And I put my mascara on way better when I don't look. Everybody that knows me knows that. When I look in the mirror, I done fuck shit up. I get like shit on my freaking. I poke myself. Totally thinking you know, or as soon as you try, because that's what I mean. It's like I can feel. I'm just using this example because it's such a. For me, if I put my mascara on, I do way better, like in the car or just when I'm not looking. If I'm near a mirror or when I see myself, or like dancing, like I'll dance around my room by myself while music's on. If I'm not looking at myself, because like I don't like to look too much now. So just because it's I don't know. It's just it's not that like it's just it messes me up because then I'm trying, you know. So then I'm off balance rather than just being. And when I just allow, give myself forgiveness and allowance to create time and space for any uncomfortable emotion or feeling, or like Melissa's right, judging self, because as soon as I start feeling uncomfortable, then thoughts start coming in, and thoughts are flying around. I'm being attacked, right? Like all these different angles we get attacked from the thoughts. So where are they coming from? And those are thoughts that I've been telling myself that are not true, right? So I just have to recognize those, and I'm like, I just have to recognize those. Like, it's so easy. Like, here's my phone, and no, yeah, the anxiety. So, but again, those things like anxiety, judgment of self. But again, right? I'm not good enough. I'm never going to be able to do it. I'm going to look like an asshole. I'm going to, I feel like an asshole. I just said that to Melissa before I came on here. I'm like, I'm sweating. Because I don't like to be on, I don't like to take pictures of myself. And like anyone that knows me, I don't know if you'll all see this after or whatever, but I don't care. But like when we take pictures or family whatevers or get-togethers, and people are like, "Oh, everybody get together for a picture," I'm like, and then I always wonder after, I'm like, I'm never in any fucking photos. Nobody ever knows I was ever at anything because I'm always like, later. Or I like hide behind somebody. Because, yeah, I just, for me, it feels fake. Or like when someone's like, let me take your picture. I'm like, yeah, it's like, let me freeze myself. And it's like, did you get it? I don't know. It's weird to me. So anyway, I don't know. I think I'm jumping around a lot. I don't know. But I did want to share this because I pulled this card before the reading, and I don't think I left it up as the thumbnail. I don't even know. But it says oh, there's a little glare. Can you see? Get away, glare. It's the health card, and these are from the Soul's Journey deck from James Van Prague. And I love these cards. And actually, I didn't really even go too much further into the lotus flower thing. I will. And this is like, right, lotus fire. Not better? Ugh. Anyhow, it says, I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. Trying, Mama. And it's about health. And health is, right, taking care of ourselves. And again, it's self-allowance. I was just saying that, right? So self-allowance to forgive ourselves, be a little more kinder and gentler, gentler, I don't think is a word, whatever, words. Being more gentle with ourselves and others, not being so quick to judge. And like Melissa was writing, fear, bringing up fear so many times. Fear is what, if we're just allowing fear to run us, that's so well said, right? Run us, right? What are you allowing to run your program? Because the words that we tell ourselves and swallow, again, back to metaphysics, we want pure thoughts. So this is part of the health card as well, right? if we have a clear, calm mind, we have more ability to listen to our heart, which is much, much stronger and smarter than the egotistical human brain that thinks it's so smart. This wants to take over and run the show. Have complete control, show off, tell everybody what to do, think it's entitled, get mad, feel, wronged, so we're going to retaliate, feel scared and afraid, so we're going to hide, not feeling good enough. So our ego, right, Igor, right, lies to us and makes us think it's in charge when it's not. That's a big bunch of bullshit. And I don't eat shit from others. So now I'm recognizing definitely not to eat my own shit either. Right? Because I could tell myself a lot of shit that's not true. But that's not good. What is that that's gonna get me where? Stuck in shit. Cow shit in my shoes, dog shit, pig shit, sheep shit, human shit, bullshit, right? So I don't like to swallow, eat shit, or step in shit, or smell shit, or I choose to no longer participate in shit slinging or feeling like shit. I should have named that the topic. The shit show. Sorry. And my father's a plumber. I hope he's cleaning the pipelines really good. We were talking about the pipelines earlier in this video. Right? Well, the goat keeps climbing up the mountain. Like going around and around. Right, Melissa? The goat never gives up. It's the things under the mountain. That's what it's like, again, when the toilet's plugged up, we're like, sorry, plunging it out, make all those pipes flow. So that's what, again, as above, so below. So within, so without. So as I'm cleansing myself from the inside out, I'm also picturing the internet lines being cleared, the dark web, any chaos in the universe, anyone's chaotic feelings or thoughts or energy that's disturbing them now, that's watching, that they can then pass this to and do the same. Because this is how we create a never-ending story, and we, because this is in my now time. That's what I was saying. Right now it's 7:25 my time, but this goes on, and this is the gift that keeps giving. Because someone can watch this first time and get something. This may, hopefully I help somebody. I hope, right? And that energy never dies. It keeps going. It keeps going. It keeps going. It keeps going. It keeps, and we can keep reusing that over and over, and making it grow more and more and more and more and more and more and more. So my cup runneth over means I clean it from the inside out, right? Just like my coffee mug, I gotta wash it from the inside out. Same with myself. This is my holy grail, my cup. So I have to clean it from the inside out, allow my waters to purify it. And when I allow that so that my body is then more clear, I have clear, high alkaline environment. because disease can only survive in an acidic environment. So if I'm swallowing a bunch of bullshit, negative thoughts, because they get shot down the back of my reptilian mind here, down my central nervous system, because this is my upside down tree of life, my brain, that holds my nut, my pineal, and that's floating in water also, but that's clear river water, a different body of water. I don't know if it's river. We gotta look into that, Melissa. Body here is salt water. The pineal, the brain liquid, I'm saying river. Right, let the river run through us. So we want to have my three kings, gold, frankincense, and myrrh, because positive, negative, variable. So we could do science, we can refer to biblical terms, my three kings, frankincense, gold, and myrrh, positive, negative, variable, equals the sign of the cross with a circle around it, equals no chaos. It contains the chaos. When we have the cross, even it's a positive sign within the circle. Nutty Squirrel Girl at your service, Melissa. Bring in my nuts. Oh, God, we've been gathering so many nuts for so long. I'm so happy it's harvest time. So again, okay, so our reptilian brain is in the back of our head here, which is really our first responder. So it's important that we don't let that overturn these three kings, because we want them to be pure and travel down the Euphrates River, which is our one strand of DNA that we've been bouncing back and up and down up until this point in time. So the serpent eating its own tail represents, sorry, I gotta be a little silly. Melissa's writing, got these nuts. I got your nuts. Just a squirrel trying to get a nut. And I love my nuts on all my trees. Sorry. Anyhow, so Euphrates River, human DNA. I hope you can still hear me okay. We have to have the snake full circle. This is unlocking the Kundalini here and the serpent knowledge. So unlocking this and then coming up the other side of the spine, which is the Nile River. This is our river of life. The Euphrates, unlock, up the Tigris River, full circle, snake eating its own self. That's how we actively. Are you laughing at me or you? I'm gonna be laughing at me later when I see this. I'm probably not even gonna watch myself. I don't think ever. So, anyhow, yeah, good. She said so good. Yes, I hope so, because I don't even know what I'm doing. I do. I mean, I'm having fun. I'm like, I'm aware. Not like I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, so. So the snake, serpent eating its own tail. What's that called again, Melissa? I'm going to probably say the word wrong. The Ouroborea, the Aurora? Aurora? Andale. So anyhow, serpent eating its own tail. So that goes into stuff. And then a cool knowledge different, okay? Because they took things get twisted. And again, not that good. I don't have a problem with that. It's just It's how we use knowledge. So when we apply it so we can have higher understanding and comprehension, it's always good. That's why no knowledge is ever bad knowledge. It's just how people use it, their intention. Because again, the word, me and Melissa have said this, and there's another one, manipulation. The word manipulation, it's like, I don't like manipulators. I can't stand a manipulator. I know when I'm being manipulated. When someone's saying something, but behind here, there's like the other bad, their energy or their feelings or their intentions are saying something different, and they're in my face saying something. I'm like, and that's okay. I'm not mad necessarily. It's not mad, but again, it's important that we all are accountable for being, we are all accountable. Let me just rephrase that. We are all accountable for our own thoughts, feelings, and actions, and intentions, and state of being. There's a tiny little fruit fly that is trying to. So we can't. We really have to be aware. The fruit fly distracted me. Like a little mini diesel bugs. Anyhow, where did it fly? But being consciously aware of that, again, the words that we tell ourselves or react to, they do have an effect. They have an effect on us and they have an effect on others. And, again, sound vibration creates form. So that's why the word in the beginning, the word manifest. That's why God spoke the word into existence, as we all do. So again, as above, so below, so within, so without. Because we were created in the image of God, so we too have these gifts. I am. Most important words. Because as soon as I say you, they, I totally just knocked my own accountability and responsibility for my own thoughts, reactions, and what have you. Not cool. Pushing blame on someone else. So we're all learning. No one is perfect. We all have to really be a little more gentle. Because time, the word time, and space means I give myself and others time and space, whether that's in the present moment of physical interaction, or they need space away from me physically or verbally or energetically for a bit. I don't have to feel offended because someone needs to not be around me at a particular moment in time. Or if they have someone else that they're going to go do something with, sometimes that when we start to feel, because we can all feel that way, excluded or not part of. And again, more lies we tell ourselves. It doesn't mean, excuse me, it doesn't mean that person doesn't like us, or sometimes it's just like, again, different energy. This is all alchemy. So understanding that different elements are going to, this cosmic dance, are going to be dancing together and have reasons to be around one another and mingle and marry, because that's what alchemizing means, blending our waters. So if I'm, like right now, we're alchemizing and blending. And then if I'm around someone in physical, if someone comes into my room right now, they're entering my physical waters, and if they come into an 8-foot diameter of my physical body, then we're marrying, we're combining our waters. That's what got us in this mess. Exactly. So everyone has an energetic bubble, a specific, our body's a body of water. Everything is water. Even the air that we're breathing right now, water. It's just in such little particles. But it's still water. Right? And water never stops and because of constant flow. That's why all the creation stories, all those stories are regarding floods, because everything is water, literally. But people create stories. Melissa wrote that a minute ago. We sure can make up lots of stories, which good thing, right? Because that's why we're here too, to create, right? Be intellectual, creative, human, galactic, multi-dimensional, cosmic beings, right? And we don't have to define ourselves as girl, boy, man, woman, black, white, Chinese, whatever, religious, whatever. When we start labeling and defining, that's kind of what we're. So my channel, I'm a big player on words, and I'm going to play with words and probably get quite a few people's boats a little rocky because, again, it's like, okay, not I'm going to poke fun, but again, it's just, this is supposed to be fun. So if someone, right, is like, they're just trying to be like the party pooper at the party. So it's like, cheer up, cheer up. What's wrong with you? And you can't smile. And again, if they can't, then that's when we say, okay, it's like maybe just as it. So then we have to know that that's our responsibility. We don't have to stay attached. It's not our responsibility to make them feel better. We send them love, but if someone is going to, that's that push, pull, start, tug of war, someone's feeling, as soon as you feel that energy, it just again, it doesn't mean that person's bad. It just means right now they got a little, they're not coming out of that right now. So we don't have to stay in that with them. It's like, oh, I love you. Have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Me and Melissa do that all the time. And it's just like, hey, what's up? Next time we talk, it's like, oh, never a grudge or a like, we don't hold things against one another or keep it like a, when we do that, when we hold on to those things, we're harming ourselves because we're keeping a negative energy that is useless. That's just going to bring us into a lower vibration. It creates density and mass, and it stays attached and stuck, and then there we go, flop. So the waters of Hades, or Saturn, Neptune, whatever you want to call it, but you're going under. So, it's important we are aware of our own waters and how we affect others and how we allow others to affect us, and just try to tread water and swim the best we can. And I think most important, what we're all learning is to slow down. It's okay to slow down. Sometimes we get there quicker if we allow, again, time and space for calm waters. Then I can allow the energy to move out of me, little by little. And then after it's about arm's length out, then I have a little more clarity because I'm not feeling all discombobulated and energetically charged and having thoughts flying all over the place. I'm more calm. So at that time, I'll know more what to do. Or it may not even matter anymore. Once I get the energy out of me, that may be all I needed to do. Acknowledge it and get it out. And it's like, oh, anyhow. So, right? So that's been my experience. And I've been on here for 55 minutes and 22 seconds. It just said on the when I was on there. So I think that's a good time to stop. I don't even know how long I can make these things. So I'll keep them coming. And you please keep coming too. And I love you, Melissa and Gina. I'm happy you stopped by for my first little live presentation of Metaphysical Mama with my other mamas. I love you so much too. And please remember to hit the like button and the subscribe button and the little bell, wherever that is on there. And I'm going to try to keep them coming. And I will do, I don't know, I'll spread out or I'll learn more as I go because I know not what I'm doing. I'm a little ignorant on these platforms. Not a huge social media, all this stuff. So anyhow, yeah, bear with me and take care of yourself and your health. Important. This is really, in the pictures, I hope that, so look at that for a little bit. May bring you a little peace and gentleness too. So I'll leave you with that. And, oh, actually, I'd like to just real quick, because I read this before I started the video, and I want to be done before the hour is up. So, but it says emerging from chaos, and that's what stuck out to me. And this is from the creation myth of Hermopolis, which I just happened to open my ancient Egypt encyclopedia here. Into this page. So it says another version. Another version is that Ogdod, tomato, I'm sorry, propelled a lotus flower from the water. From this emerged the Creator in the shape of a beetle, a manifestation of the rising sun. Finally taking the shape of a child, with his finger placed on his lips, the newly risen sun-child. With their work done, the members of the Ogdod died and were buried on the west bank at Thebes, on the site of the temple of Medinet Habu. Their demise did not render the 8 gods of the Ogdod inert. From their tomb, they continue to watch over the Nile floods. And it says offering the lotus. Many of the abundant aquatic plants in the Nile wetlands have attracted rich religious symbolism, but few more so than the blue lotus, which has flowers that close in the evening and open at sunrise, making it a symbol of creation being renewed every day. It's another representation of the word death and rebirth. The central position of the lotus in the Hermopolis creation myth was expressed in the ritual of offering a golden lotus, illustrated in this relief and performed by the city's priests on behalf of the pharaoh. Receive the golden lotus that gave birth to creation and chased away the darkness without anyone having witnessed it. And I know the other creation part says, oh gosh, well, hold on one sec. See, shoot, 20 seconds. So really quick here, MC square and the Ankh This is, can you see? What's that? Can you read backwards? So it says, this expression represents a wave traveling at infinite speed, time, separating darkness and light. Kaket, which is the frog god. Remember, and Hillary said, curse the frog. Not good, Hillary. Not nice, I should say. We don't do things like that. Anyhow, separating darkness and light, Kaket, creating a hidden Amen, a hidden evolutionary train of events. This is featured as Neb Khepera Ra, inside of the Ankh loop. So inside of the Ankh loop, right, which represent feminine, and then the masculine. And this is masculine and feminine together. And this is the waters. And time, infinite, equals MC squared. So I wanted to share that because also the expression represents a wave traveling at infinite speed. So first, every thought, again, positive, negative, it's electromagnetic. So magnets naturally, and black is positive, white is negative. Black is masculine, white is feminine. So magnets travel away from one another. That's the separation of darkness and light. And then magnets come back toward each other at extreme speed. And Big Bang, sign of the cross, applesauce. Right, Eve? Applesauce. Anyway, awesome sauce. So the sign of the cross, and then fire. And when something explodes and crashes, like fireworks or explosion, right? It's like every different direction. So that's how all elements were created from that explosion, which at first was just hydrogen and helium, water and air. Water and air collide, and then build up to more kelvins, high kelvins, and then they fuse. Sorry, fusion consists first. I'll get to do a whole nother video on this. Anyhow, that's the fun creation story. My one little rendition of one of them in the beginning there. And we all do that on a regular basis. Positive, negative thoughts that go shooting out. Also, metaphor represent Cain and Abel. Eve together with sister, Cain, Abel, and Eve need mama. They need the circle around. Because Cain and Abel represent planet X, the two linear. And then Eve could represent the middle of the circle. That if not enclosed with the mother, with the circle around it, then that would be represent chaos. Just representative of the energy of such. So without that love and that the surrounding of our energy shoots all over the place and we don't know where to go. And then we feel alone, etc., etc., etc. And that's no way nice to feel. And those are, again, things that we have the ability to be more aware of those things and not allow ourselves to behave in that manner and allow ourselves to be spread out all over the place. Because I'm pretty sure most of us are guilty of that exact thing. Not knowing what to do, going this way and that, kind of that whole reversal. Of course, you could go both ways, right? So anyhow, really on that note, I'm gonna go. And so much love, and right, just I guess I'll leave with forgive self and others, and right, be a little more gentle with ourselves. Right? We're all learning here, and we all owe it to ourselves and others to give each other time and space and patience, and really live by that code and that law. And I really believe we're all going to be okay. We made it this far, and I know I'm not stopping because I don't like the word no. And I don't like when someone tells me that I can't do something, like heal the whole world. So don't tell me I can't heal the whole world. I may not be able to heal every single bit of it, but I'm going to do the best I can, and I'm going to just keep it coming. And if you don't like it, sorry, I'm going to keep coming. I'm going to keep on coming and keep on coming. Just like the water. Right, miss? I love you guys so much. I love you. 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 One love, and peace out.